Welcome to another episode of the Thanalysis show with your one and only Thanasis Antetokounmpo and Tony. Man, today's interview is going to be amazing. You guys are going to love it. It's going to be short, but you guys are going to enjoy it regardless. But before we do that, I want to thank Gruber Law sponsoring the podcast. Podcast from now on is going to be Thanalysis by Gruber Law. I want to thank all the sponsors, Carbliss and Potawatomi casinos and hotels. You guys have been amazing, being with us since the beginning. Thank you guys, and please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys so much, and let's go.
You know how many people in Milwaukee know you say Gruber Law Offices and someone says one call, immediately what's the response?
That's all.
Easy enough. Let's get to the four quarters. As TA said, they're presented by Carbliss. An episode ago, you kind of called me out for always having food-related questions. So I'm starting off with
because the reason is I didn't call you out necessarily.
It was warranted.
I just said that you love food.
For
now, you've mentioned that everywhere we go, New York pizza, you love pizza. Mm-hmm. You didn't say the croissants, you said the baguettes.
It was in Paris. It was the baguette.
The sandwiches, basically.
Yep.
Right? And now
the butter soaked it up. It was so good.
That's why that's the reason. You say you heard the comment what you just said. Mm-hmm. It was like.
Yep. I also had to find a French gym because I ate way too much food while we were there. So every morning I was like, the hotel had to balance it out. Life's about balance.
Price was insane. But yeah, okay, talk to me. So tell me, what kind of question we had? Fourth quarters, go.
Yeah, so I wanted to start off today with a pretty simple one. The most versatile food out there, potatoes. What's your preferred form of potato?
Easy peasy, mash. Potatoes is number one for sure. And then second would be lemon, probably oven potatoes. You know how you make them with chicken and just. So I want mashed potatoes. Second, a little bit more flavor and a little bit soury and nice and just
a little bit healthier than mine, which is French fries. Preferred form. Number one, French fries.
And then you say why I say that.
Second, potato chips.
And then the food. And then the first question again was about food.
It was. See, I'm going to do this every week now. I'm going to have a food related one for you. Another one of my favorite things to do. What's a place that you haven't traveled that you want to try coming up soon?
Brazil.
Okay.
No? Was it like
Rio?
That's
a great answer. Please clip that whole thing. I need a GIF. I need a GIF of that.
You clip that. Rio, Japan.
Oh, that's a good one.
Japan, man. I feel those two places. And Australia, obviously. Melbourne. Shout out to Melbourne, man. I can't. So many Greeks out there. Want to go out there. I'll get out there.
Question 3. We're rolling through these ones. Question 3 here in the four quarters, presented by Carbliss. I'm asking you this because multiple people have reached out to me about this now.
Okay.
When are we going to get you to Lambeau Field? People between the tailgate parties and the game, people just keep asking me, when is TA coming to Lambeau?
Soon. Let me get my body. Let me get my leg right. Let me get my body right. I'm finna jump to the Lambeau leap.
Okay.
Watch this.
That's gonna be easy.
Go crazy.
That's gonna be so easy for you.
Easy.
No, for you, yeah.
Yeah, but it's a big thing.
It is.
So I want to do it. I want to see AJ. I gotta talk to AJ, my dog AJ and Jordan. I gotta go out there.
He has.
I need to go out there.
All-inclusive tailgate party ready for you. And he said, "When are you coming?"
I need you to take them to the people. I need you I need to get out there and really meet. I want to blend in the community. I want to see just here in Milwaukee, man.
I mean, it'll be a ton of fun. The tailgate party, just the atmosphere.
So what do you mean tailgate party? What is that exactly?
All right, so Lambeau Field, 8 or 9 Sundays a year, depending on how many home games they have that year, turns into people park their cars in the parking lot and open up the grill. They have coolers of beer, coolers of Carbliss, and it's just a party in the street. For 3 hours before the game, everyone parties. Everyone is best friends. There's a lot of food. And it's a great time.
You hear what you just said?
What?
Did you hear what you just said?
I said it's a great time.
No. You said there's a lot of food.
I said it's a great party.
There's a lot of food. I think you said what I said. Keep it going.
All right, final one I have for you. A couple weeks ago now, Derrick Rose announced his retirement from the NBA. You tweeted out just a simple Rose, which got a lot of interaction just because everyone knew what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Do you know one, I want to get your favorite Derrick Rose just watching him play memory. However, I want to start with, there's a video that surfaced on social media. It comes up every now and then. It's you jumping over Giannis when you're in Greece.
Yeah.
You might have been 15,
Yeah,
maybe.
I was a little bit older. Yeah.
But Giannis is wearing a Derrick Rose jersey in the video.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I saw that video, I zoomed in because I was like, what jersey is he? And it was Bulls #1.
Yeah.
It had to be, 2013, 2014?
It's crazy. I think he's still
Oh, no, even before that.
I think he still plays, so that's my... I think he still play. I get that he wanted to retire and just kind of do his own thing. Totally understandable, But man, the stuff he did for us and the stuff he's done for basketball, it's cannot be measured, And his journey, I have a difficult journey, but his journey as well, what he means to the community and what he means to his people, bro, and then people here in Chicago and people in the world of the NBA. It's crazy. Favorite moment though from a 50-point night, right? 50-point night.
Yeah.
I think it might have been from Minnesota. It was playing Minnesota, right? Was that Minnesota?
Was he playing for Minnesota at the time?
But Wolves probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so at the time,
but that was so unexpected too. I just remember seeing people group text, Twitter,
but it was
D Rose is going off right now.
Obviously unexpected. The only reason we say unexpected is because he plays the right way and he wanted to play for the team. But in general, it's D Rose, bro. Nothing is unexpected. He just came back and he's doing this and he can do this. He just decided to play, and that's why he sticks so long in the league too, because he decided to play for the team, play the right way, and be the voice for guys to, around him. And the other thing about the moment, it wasn't just the game, it was the after. The interview, the emotion, the feelings, that was...
I remember being in middle school, watching him in college, just thinking and that's when he was at Memphis, and they made a deep run in the tournament. I think they got to the final game, and they lost. Mario Chalmers hit a 3 at, I want to say, the buzzer to beat Memphis in the national championship game.
Right.
And it was Derrick Rose's Memphis team. And years later, I was working for ESPN Cleveland covering the Cavaliers, so I drove up to Chicago they had, I think it was games 3 and 4 of a Cavs-Bulls playoff series. This was when LeBron was there. And forgot the exact moment of events, but LeBron hit a game winner the night before, and then 2 days later they played again, and Derrick Rose hit a game winner. Yes. In the playoffs, I was like, all right, this is dope. That was D Rose hitting a game winner at the United Center. I've seen some crazy crowds, but just that reaction was insane, just insane.
I don't know how to. I was about to say he would have been missed, but okay, he didn't die.
He's alive.
He's alive. He just retired.
But when guys like that retire, outside of making me feel really old, the game changes a little bit, right? You have these, when Tom Brady left football, he was old. He's not dead, but it's just different. It just changes the game.
I think he should come back.
Already?
Yeah. I think he should just come back, bro. That's my thing. Just come back and just let it rock. But that's not my thing to say, but that's how I feel though.
That's the 4 quarter segment presented by Carbliss.
Carbliss.
Who do we got coming up on today's episode?
Today we have Bird. Tune in. You guys gonna love the interview. Thank you guys so much for supporting. Please like, comment, subscribe, and let's run it. Welcome to another episode of Thanalysis show. It's been amazing. Thank you guys for subscribing to the show. I'll be trying my best, but today I have a legend. Today from New York, Seattle Storm representing Sue Bird.
Crowd goes wild.
First of all, number one question that pops up online. Are you related to Larry Bird?
I wish. No, sadly I'm not. But when I was in kindergarten, I used to lie and tell people he was my uncle all the time. So. Really? Yeah, all the time.
Did anybody believe you, or they were like?
Obviously.
Yes.
Why wouldn't they?
I would.
You thought it?
Yes, that way. Have you ever been in Greece?
Yeah, I've been to Greece. 2004 Olympics.
Which
part? Athens.
How'd you like it? It was good?
I loved it. And actually, my brother-in-law is Greek. So my nieces are Greek. Listen, check it out. I got a little Zoe and Alexandra back there. Yeah, so they speak Greek.
Okay.
They're very into the Greek culture. So you guys are really big in their house, for real.
Really?
Yeah, they watch the NBA for you too.
Thank you.
Like, well, you're three brothers. Yeah, all three of you.
Do you know any Greek words?
Not really. I think when they were younger, they used to say photos for the light.
Photo.
So yeah,
when are you
not
coming
really.
back to Greece? When are you gonna come?
I would love to. You know, I'm not joking. They're there right now. They
Would
go
love
to
to have you.
my two little nieces. They're 11 and 9.
Uh-huh.
They go to a Greek camp every
Yeah.
year where they get to just like be in the culture and do like a normal kid camp. And then my sister and her husband do on a little vacation.
That is so nice.
Yeah.
I was thinking all the time. I'm like, man, I was trying to do like this open invite. I was still talking to Giannis, like I want to do this open invite to everybody, in the States, because we, for the past, I think like 8 to 9 years, we've been a little bit off the grid just because we spend most of our off season there.
Yeah.
But we'd love to have you. Like,
I would love to go
to Greece.
We do some camps.
Yes.
Enjoy
They would,
Athens.
you know what I'm saying? They would lose their minds. Just you being there, talking to them a little bit. But okay, I don't know about basketball. I want you to give me like, do you have a movie that would make you cry? What would be a movie that would make you cry?
I cry in all the sports movies. Like anytime there's a big moment, it's so weird because like I've obviously won a lot.
Yeah.
I've never cried. Very rarely
Yeah.
did I cry like on a podium or raising the championship. In the moment, for me, I don't cry. But when I watch other people do it, tears.
Tears.
Like name the movie. I literally every sports movie.
So you've cried, like you watch Love and Basketball? You cry? Would you cry?
That was a little different. That was a little different.
So would you? Okay. So
She didn't win the championship, you know.
Yeah, but okay. Did you cry in? Which one is your basketball? Like your most basketball?
I mean, like Hoosiers,
Yeah.
I cry.
Okay.
Actually, some of my favorite basketball movies though, because it's when I was like a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember crying on this one. Was like Blue Chips.
Okay,
You ever see
yeah.
Blue Chips? Above the Rim.
Yeah.
Those are like when I was, I was like 13, 14.
Culture.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wise. Okay. Do you like what gets you like who are you like off the court? Like if you gave me 3 words, like who is Sue off the court?
Off the court. I mean, I'm pretty chill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very organized.
Okay.
I think that's like the point guard in me. Like point guards are always so organized. You got to know what's going on. So I have a little bit of that off the court too.
Think ahead. Yeah.
Now that I'm on the other side, I'm doing media production. I'm seeing that come out in the media and production. And I also, I think I'm fun. I like to have fun.
Okay.
Right? I think all through my life, I always tried to have a balance, right? Super serious, like take your craft super seriously, like work hard, all those things. But you got to have a balance. So you have to have like a release too. So I don't know, hanging out with my friends. I'm 43 now, so going out is more
I like that number.
Yeah,
by the way.
okay.
That's
Going out now is more
Yeah.
like going to a restaurant, but I still like to
Okay.
have a good time.
Do you ever think, like, man, like off the court, when did you start thinking like, okay, I could do so much more off the court than like,
Yeah.
just playing?
Not until later. Because I feel like, when I was coming out of when I was coming out of college,
Yeah.
I was 21 years old. It was 2002. Times were a little bit different. Like, you didn't really speak up a lot. You didn't really challenge things a lot. So it wasn't until much later, I would say like my mid-30s even, where I started to look around and be like, wait a minute. Like, if I don't talk about these things, who's going to talk about it on behalf of myself or all of us? So that's when I started to get more vocal.
Okay. Now I wanted to ask you something about your coach, like this Geno.
Okay.
Like,
What do you wanna know?
I wanted you to give me like your favorite story about this.
Oh my God, my favorite story.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even know if I have time for that. Is this like a G-rated program?
Yeah, you can do whatever.
I can do whatever. So I actually just told this one on Mello's podcast. So, and I'll keep it like FIBA.
Okay.
Since we're here. Very long story short, we played Australia
Yes.
in like an exhibition game, and they killed us. But it was during All-Star Weekend. And if anyone has been to an All-Star Weekend, they know. Like, you're usually going out, you're having a good time.
It's a celebration.
It's a celebration. Not a lot of sleep, you know. So we get to the World Cup a couple months later,
Yes.
and we play them in pool play. So it's 2010, I think. We play them in pool play. And like I said, they beat us by like 20, 25 points in this exhibition. So when we get there, he's giving us this pregame speech.
Yeah.
And he's like, this kind of guy, he likes to set up everything. He sets the stage, and he's like, last time we played Australia, they killed you guys. They got every loose ball, like all this stuff. And then he's like, he sums it up and he goes, but they didn't know you were all hungover. So let's go kill them. You know, it was like, we were like, yeah.
They didn't know.
They didn't know. Yeah. So we were like, where is he going with this? And all of a sudden he drops that bomb. And we were like, all right, let's go.
Let's go.
He always had a way of like building something up and then like bringing it back around where it really motivated you.
Oh my God. I do have for the fashion, but you know, I know you got limited time and stuff like that.
We can get it in.
But like, which one is your favorite era of fashion?
Era?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not now because right now what you're seeing is like, you can take something from the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, like early 2000s, and you can bring it back. But also, like, what I like about now is you can take a bunch of different things in one outfit from a bunch of different eras and, like, make it work. You know what I mean? Like you could have a bell-bottom jean on with, like, a bucket hat. Like, you can kind of, like, remix all these things. Actually, bucket hats are not my favorite, but we'll throw it.
Hopefully, I get you in the podcast for another time or more. Hopefully, we get you to Milwaukee.
Okay.
End of the show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe, share. Thanalysis show on YouTube, socials. You guys make it happen. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Amazing.
Pleasure.
Welcome to another episode of Thanalysis show, which you want and only Thanasis Antetokounmpo, presented by Gruber Law. And can't wait to thank our other partners as well, Carbliss, Potawatomi Casino Hotels. Thank you guys for being with us from the beginning. I can't wait to see what Tony has for us today. And give it a round of applause for my man, Tony.
We're switching it up a little bit today. So normally we do the 4-quarter segment.
So this is just solo? Okay, let's call this solo podcast.
Yeah, so we're just we're excited to be back for season 3. We got a bunch of stuff coming up, so we're going to change this up a little bit. This is still random rapid-fire questions presented by Carbliss. And I have a list here of questions for TA, and I want to see kind of your thoughts on some of these. So we'll go a little bit of rapid fire, a little bit. I'll have some explanations for you. The first one, this one might be easy for you. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? But
I know it's easy, but let's not pick Greece.
I'm taking Greece and Milwaukee.
Out.
Actually, let's take the U.S. out of it.
Just the U.S.? No, I'll take Greece and the U.S. out of it.
Okay.
And then where would I want to live?
I feel like you'd be on an island somewhere.
Yeah, I would want to live in. Now I don't want to live in Japan, even though I haven't been there. It's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But before I pick Japan, I'm gonna go with London.
London.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go.
That actually makes sense. I feel like you would end up doing some fashion stuff out there in London.
Yeah.
Traveling Europe, you'd end up at Fashion Week. Like you'd be all over the place.
Because London is just in the middle. You know, you go to France, Belgium, you go to Italy, like it's somewhere in the middle.
It's kind of you can travel all those places in like 2 hours.
It is I don't want to say a big ass island, England, but it is like.
When I said island, I meant like you'd be in the Caribbean somewhere. Because my place, I guess it's technically part of the U.S., but I'm just going to count it anyways. But I just live in Puerto Rico. Like that would be.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, have you ever been down there?
No.
You always invite me to Greece. I need to get you down.
I'm there. We can go.
Your favorite guest, Jake Paul. He's just a 2-time guest. So, but he has a spot down there.
Let's text him. I'm gonna text him.
Yeah, I think he trains down there. He might be training for the Tyson fight down there.
How far is the flight?
I think from Chicago, maybe it's like 3 or 4 hours. It's not bad at all.
LA.
Yeah.
Same thing. Okay.
There's islands off of Puerto Rico.
Okay.
That one of them doesn't have cars. You just like rent a golf cart, or you just like take this little boat to get out there, a catamaran, and you just hang out. Man, it's beautiful.
Okay, I'm there.
And we can eat a lot of really good Puerto Rican food. Moving on.
We're not moving on to anything. Food. This is the 3rd podcast, bro, that we went from.
I'm going to go, what are we doing, 20 episodes this season? I'm going to bring up food every time.
Come on.
All right, moving on. If you could have coffee with any historical figure, who would you choose?
I am. Anyone?
Yeah, any historical figure. So for me, I feel like I would, while you get your answer, like, I would switch it up.
I know, but I'm in between two. But you go
Well,
first.
I was going to say, like, I have, like, a sports one for sure.
Okay.
Hands down, Jackie Robinson.
Robinson, okay.
But in terms of, like, and Jackie Robinson obviously extremely important to, like, history. And then I think my historical figure, someone you're going to learn about in history class, I'd go Malcolm X.
Malcolm X.
Yeah. So those two.
Say like I didn't want to have coffee with them, but I know exactly what they were about. So I want to go. I want to go really back. Like I want to go kind of
like Jesus,
Genghis Khan. I'm Genghis Khan.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Something like that, because that era was different. That era was just like people will know about you through through mouth to mouth, like, you know what I'm saying? Just different people. So that's the ad I want to know about.
I didn't even think about going back that far. I was thinking more, but that makes a lot of sense. I like that one. What do you have, like an athlete one that you want to do?
Who I would love to have coffee with? Michael Jordan, obviously. Michael Jordan. No brainer. Michael Jordan talking about like just challenges he faced, but then I want to talk about the brand, just the Nike, how like he approached the whole.
I feel like you two would have a fascinating business conversation.
Yeah. That's what I want to like know. I want to learn about the Nike. I want to learn about like how was he able to like kind of navigate through all this stuff and really transcend it now. Like he has his own brand, his own brand, his own Nike.
Empire.
Like,
yeah. He's an empire at this point. What's your favorite trip you've ever taken?
I wouldn't say family trips. Mostly I'm really big with family trips when we all like go, couples, kids, family, all of us together. That's fun. Like we always have fun, and we're very competitive, but it's so fun. And kind of did this. Those the restaurants that you like bike, and it's like 10, 20 people, and you bike all of you guys together. That was so fun. And we're going through people, and everybody's recognizing us. It's like, oh my god! And then they try to like. And we're like going through the whole island with that. It was great, man. It was great.
Here in Milwaukee, we have a pedal tavern. That you do that?
Yeah, it's that.
Bro.
It's hard?
You need 12 of these carbs. It's not hard. It's just like if someone is not doing their job, it's annoying.
But the girls who never like, they just be,
But I've done it one time. It's pretty recent. It's for a friend's birthday party. The amount that you have to, because you drink on the pedal tavern.
That's a slippery slope. You know that, right?
It's extremely slippery slope.
Yeah, because you're like working out, and at the same time you're burning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you're on this tavern, like what else are you gonna do? So you're crushing a Carbliss, you're doing all this, and then you stop at different bars on the way. So the expectation is you get a drink, and it's just like all of a sudden 4 hours in.
How did you say drink? Did you know? Okay, so I saw this, might have been a couple of months ago, that like Milwaukee and in general Wisconsin has like. I think like either 7 or 6 out of the like.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Most like drunk cities or like areas in the States.
To be fair, yes, we drink a lot here. However, those like drunkest cities are based a lot upon like bars per size. And in small town Wisconsin, you have a bar in every corner. Different families own bars. The way that those maps come about. Yes, we drink too much in Wisconsin. It's a problem. But however, we kind of
Is it because of the cold, you think? Or what is it?
I think it's just like it's the history of the city, right? Like so many people grew up here because their grandparents and their grandparents had jobs at the Miller factories.
Yeah, brewer.
And it just became a way of life here. And as long as you do it responsibly, it's great. 100%.
I'm just trying to figure out why. How come it's 6 cities or 7 cities? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Could be any other.
I think a lot of it is rooted in the idea that like people came here for factory jobs and they were predominantly brewery jobs back in the day, and then those families kind of expanded out.
Yeah.
And like Carbliss, one of our sponsors, they're founded here in Wisconsin-based company. And I'm sure there's family lineage that you could probably go back to the brewery days. Like, it's kind of the way the city is. It's a blue-collar city, right? Like,
blue-collar city.
It just kind of is what it is there. True. But moving on with a couple more for you. If you won $10 million tomorrow.
$10 million, okay.
$10 million, what would you spend it on?
Okay.
See, you're too smart. You're going to be like, I would invest it in this. I would do this.
But no, I got to give a spontaneous answer and not say... I'm gonna sit down and not buy nothing and wait. I gotta give an answer to go like, okay, $10 million tomorrow. It all depends on what I have already. So if I do have money already, it's kind of like, okay, I don't want to do anything. But like, if I win and I already have some money, if I don't have anything, I'm gonna just wait. I'm just gonna wait, see how it plays out, what I gotta invest, whatever. But if I already have money and I win $10 million, I'm buying a house. To each of my brothers, I'm getting them a house, bro.
Nice.
I'm getting a house to Jan. I'm getting Giannis a house. I'm getting Kostas a house. Francis, Alex a house. Everybody, my mom a place, and then whatever is left, I'm gonna give some to my best, like my guys who really support me every day. I'm gonna give you some.
All right, we finally got there.
Give you some.
You just bought 8 houses, so I'll take what's left.
Not houses,
Yeah.
because people tend to see houses here and go like, oh, it's $2 million, $3 million a house. Like I'm not paying $5 million to buy a house. Who does that? No, seriously.
For sure,
people,
no.
You see like houses $50 million, $60. You're like, yeah, I could use that money and bought everybody I know a house. So it's kind of like, especially if I already have stuff, I'll kind of like try to make everybody's like, really a surprise, and these people like they love me, support me, and then I would try to put the rest in like I'll try to like buy a team,
invest on a team level.
No, but this is okay. Obviously, if I go with the business side of it, I would tell you something totally different. But obviously, the buying a team does come in the business side of it. But it would be more of like spontaneously, like, oh yeah, I like sports. I want to buy a team because I want courtside seats. I want to own this box, like something like that.
I like that.
But obviously, $10 million is not the crazy amount of money. It is, but it's not
for a team ownership.
Yeah,
it's
team
not
ownership wise. But
it gets you in the door.
Minority team, what
for sure.
What's up?
Yeah, there's a lot of things I would do with $10 million if I wanted tomorrow. Most of the basic stuff, like just like new car, pay everything off, new house, like that kind of basic stuff, and then go from there.
Yeah, car just because of the value and depreciation. I'm like, even before, like I'll still know, like, I'm okay, unless you're like 50, 60, and you're like want to get a car and like a really nice car.
Well,
which by the way, unless you're an athlete, like to own a nice car. I don't know. Like the people I see with nice cars are usually, just on their own. Maybe they have kids or they're divorced. Like I don't see. You know what I'm saying?
Especially in Milwaukee. Like if you see a Porsche driving down the highway, like it's so rare to see here.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't. And I'm the most basic person ever. Like if I go and buy a new car, like the car I want to go and buy tomorrow.
What's the car you want to buy?
It's just like a brand new Ford Bronco. Like I like the size. Yeah, I like the size. I like Range Rovers. Those are like up there in price a little bit. But something like that, like when people are like, I go get this Porsche, I go pick up this like.
Is Porsche or is it get some?
I think Porsche is a big one. Like like fancier, like very luxury sports cars.
It's the corporate America kind of car. I think
or like where that's more CEO.
What you see in the movies and you're like, hey, let me talk to you about some stocks, and he drives off with a Porsche. Or
the 2-seater.
Yeah.
That person's divorced for sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's the. But I think young guys now, I look at a lot of social media. They go like, oh, I like the exotic and this that. Yeah. I'm like, cool, and I'm not saying. By the way, don't get misconstrued. I'm not saying I don't own cars like that. I'm not. That's not what we're talking about. I don't want you to see me driving something and be like, oh, you said in your podcast that you don't want to. Nah, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like in the beginning, when you first get money, I'm not thinking to, go out there and say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy a Lamborghini right away. I'm thinking, okay, that comes in when maybe I have kids, and after I have kids, the kids leave, and then I'm like, oh, you know what, baby, we're gonna buy a nice car.
Now we're gonna get the Lambo,
and let's go from London to like you can drive. You can drive in Europe in general. You can drive like from London to Monaco with our car. Let's go. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, but not.
Yeah, there are cars like. Have you ever seen a Lambo driving around Milwaukee? I don't think I have.
No, I don't necessarily think that. I think people.
The people have them. You just don't see them.
They do have them. There's no way. Like I think I've seen. Like I know for a fact that people have Ferraris, Lambos, Rolls Royce, and like all these fancy cars, obviously. But you don't see them doing donuts in the snow.
Yeah, no, you don't see that. That's what I'm saying. Like I win $10 million tomorrow.
Yeah,
100. Like you give me a nice all black Range, something simple like that. I'm very, very happy.
Very easy to drive. You have to.
Yep, exactly. I got a couple more here for you.
Yeah, go. I like how this podcast is going.
If you had to, I like this one. If you had to write a book tomorrow, what would you write it about?
I would write about my life, but anonymously.
Anonymously?
Yeah.
Your story, you made an Amazon documentary about your life story.
Yeah, but
people might know it's you.
No, it was our life story. It wasn't necessarily.
It was the family story? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I would write everything just anonymously.
Okay.
Just and then see who I think a lot of people would be like, yo, they would buy this book for sure.
I want to write a children's book.
Really?
But for adults. And here's why.
What does that mean?
So I have mapped this out before. So I have a background. In college, I majored in English and communications, right? Yeah. And I've always been I started in sports by writing articles about LeBron and the Cavs.
Yeah.
And it's a children's book because it's hardcover. There's pictures. There's very few words.
Yes.
but it's for adults because sometimes I think adults need reminders of like very basic things in life. So like whether it's so I can say this on the pod, it doesn't matter. I sketched one out one time of how adults. You ever watch adults watch a football game? They're children, actual children watching, yelling at Jordan Love on the screen, right? So I want to write a children's book for adults that reminds them how we should behave when watching a football game. When we're attending an NBA game, we don't throw our soda onto the court. Those are things that children would do when they're having a temper tantrum. Yeah. You don't call people out of their name. And like, so I'll be watching a football game at a bar or with family.
Nice. I think people would buy that.
I feel like it'd be interesting. And I would do it in like team colors, right? So like I'd have one where it's like Packers themed.
Yeah.
And you sell it. Do you know how many times I'm at a bar and I see some dude who is 5'8", not an athletic bone in his body, yell at the TV? I would have caught that, bro. No, you would not have. And I think we need to remind people of that from time to time.
Or you hear like, I would have made that. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have dunked that, bro. What are you talking about?
That's my favorite one. When
that is
when
insane.
people say I would have
dunked that.
Yes.
I missed the dunk against Orlando, and it went viral. You know, guys. I was like, oh,
do you know? Do people not understand?
I overjumped actually. I overjumped. That's how crazy this is. I missed the dunk not because I was like, oh, no, I missed the dunk because I overjumped over the hoop, and then people were like, oh my God, you missed the dunk. Oh, you can't miss the dunk. I'm like, bro, you literally, I'm looking at your video right now. You literally jumping, trying to catch the net, and you can't. I'm looking at the video. No, seriously, he had a video, and he's jumping, trying to catch the net. He's like, and then like Tiny's laces and all these things. I'm like, bro.
I missed one in high school. Just caught it off the back of the rim. Bounced up crazy high, right? Do you know how many people the next week were like, I would have cramped. You're not on the team. No, you wouldn't have. It just wouldn't have happened.
But there is a 1%, and I really said the 1% of the 1%, which is basically zero, that might have. Like, there's people who don't do sports, right? And they will show up and be like, oh, look, that easy. And you're like, so why are you not playing sports?
Yeah.
Why are you not sports? And they go like, I just don't like him. And that answer, like, tells me how far, like, somebody thinks, like, you know, because I don't think they realize what sport is. Like, I remember I'm 11 years in. I remember till my 60th year, I'll go back to Greece, and I would see my classmates sometimes and like teachers or whatever I'll go to. They'd be like, oh, you still play basketball? And I'm like, miss, I'm in the NBA. I literally I'm making like
I get paid well to do this.
But you're like, okay, you're chasing the ball now. Thanasis is business, you know. You had such a knack for everything. You want to, you know. And I'm like, yeah, I know it's tough for me. You know, I mean, it's tough for 20,000 cheering, and then you walk in and you make a shot, and people see you out, and you know, like I won a championship with Milwaukee, and I would never pay for another meal in my life in Milwaukee, and it's so hard for me. Like it's, you know what I mean? It's like.
You get on me for talking about food, and you're the one getting the free meals.
But,
all right.
No, but I don't go on every part. I don't go on every segment and say about food. But I'm saying, like, I don't think they realize that, you know, how much, like, you know, with athletes and what it means to be able to do this and step on the court. You know, and sometimes some people will see that and with other people like, why are you looking up to this guy? Or why do you know, buy his baseball card or his NFL card or his
jersey,
shoes?
whatever,
like,
yeah.
Oh, I buy his shoes because this guy does something that it's literally almost impossible to do.
Aren't there only like 4,000, 5,000 NBA players ever?
Never play ever.
I feel like people don't. So
including call-ups, including two-ways, including anybody who stepped 1 minute and never played again.
Yeah.
5,000.
Do you remember when Brian Scalabrine did that thing where it was just like, all right, everyone on Twitter, like, you think you can come beat me? Here, I'll be playing one-on-ones at like a gym. Like,
I think I'll do that when I retire. I'll start to do that because people are going to be like, oh, yeah, you didn't play. I'm like, all right, let's play. Go.
I just don't think people understand.
Yeah, but that's the difference. You see that, you know, when you see that during the summer. So during the summer, you see some videos that guys will play like open gym, right? And you will see guys like crushing, boom, dunks, threes. You're like, damn, he doesn't even shoot in the game. I've never seen him shoot in the game. That is the gap of like professionals and somebody who's just like, oh yeah, I'm.
No, that's the gap between professionals and people who were good in college. I don't think people understand how good professional athletes are at what they do because I've been in open runs with Wes Matthews.
Yeah.
When I was like just guys who are very, very good NBA players, right? When they decide to play, like it's a different level of basketball. Playing. Like the things that those guys you're in this fraternity that you guys are able to do.
Yeah.
It's unmatched. Yeah. Even every year, we have 15 first team, second team, third team All-Americans in the NCAA. The best one of that group might be the eighth man.
But do you see what the guys are going overseas? Like you have guys going overseas, and you're like, oh, he went overseas to play or whatever. And then the guy who is going overseas to play, the only reason he can't make it in the NBA is because the NBA is crowded right now and he doesn't get an opportunity. And he's going overseas because...
Do you know how good the Spanish league is? How good Euro League is?
Of course it's good.
You get a deal with Barca.
Like you see FIBA. You look at FIBA when Team USA was playing and all these people was playing. Like you literally needed LeBron, Steph.
You needed
KD
a historic Steph
really
moment to win it.
To win.
One of the greatest moments of basketball history you needed to win that game. Night.
That's what he did, right? He shot it and made it. It was like, I'm telling you.
And they printed the shirts immediately after. They had those things ready.
Did, no. What if I hit a three and I go like this? I'm doing that. Watch me.
The amount of viral, man.
Bro,
no, in a good way. In a good way.
In a good way. I did it. I told this Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder can testify to this. I said, we was playing and I had a streak, and sometimes you're just an NBA player, you do your job, right? And you do your job, you don't complain. Play, don't play. I'm like, I understand, coach. All right, we're going to run. We lost 3-4 games. I know. Boogie's gonna play, Bub's gonna play, Jan's you're not gonna play TA in this stretch, 4, 5, 6, 8 games. I get that. Okay. But then, social media decides to go like, oh yeah, you had one play, or you come in for you've been called for 3 hours in the bench, and then you come in.
That's something people don't understand too.
You have a missed footing, or you miss a shot, or you do a blooper or whatever. Okay. And the social media decides, or people in social media decides to, attack your ego, go like, oh, you suck, this, that, blah, blah. And then the next game, I told Jay, I was like, watch this. I said, if I come in, I'm hitting somebody with the shot God. And Jay looked at me and was like, I know you're not going to do it. What you mean shot God? I said, this, bring it back between my legs, and lay it up. And he goes like, no way you do that. He said, I'll pay you $100 if you do that. I was like, all right. He's like, but you're not going to, you might go in the end. If we're beating them a lot, we might come in the end. I said, I don't care which part of the game is going to be. Which part of the game is going to be. We're going to crush them, and I'm going to come in. And if things are well, I'll do it. And he's like, okay. So we go to the locker room. I'm warming up, and then coach calls my name. I go up. I look at Jay. He looks at me. He's like this. He puts his hand in his pocket. He's tapping everybody. That's why when Jan went crazy, I pointed and I did this, and I said, he starts to tap everybody. He goes crazy. I think we're playing up and down a little bit, and then somebody gets a timeout. He gets a timeout. Jay looks at me. He's like, hey, man, I know you. I'm like, yeah, they're not really playing, so I'm not going to do it. Because it's garbage time. Nobody's playing. Everybody's going up and down. We're about to, nobody gets hurt. We're going to go around the clock, whatever. But then this guy starts to, pressure. Oh, I'm still the ball, and it's you. And then I do the move. Then I look back. I go, you know what happened the next day? The level of, saying, hey, Bobby, him. You know what he told me? He said, bro, if you were 6'10", I would be scared of you, bro. I said, why? He said, bro, you don't care, yeah? I said, yeah, of course I don't care. Well, bro, you think I got here because I'm afraid of... He's like, bro, if I was 6'10", that's what he said. He said, I was 6'10", I would be scared. You would do anything. You try to jump over us. I was like, there you go. Look at him. And I pointed at Giannis. I was like, look at him. Right there, 6'11". You think, bro, he's a tank.
Yeah.
So what I want to say is that it's things that you have to have an utmost confidence when it comes to play. That's how you see Pat Bev play. Pat Bev is this big, bro.
I think he's legit
like
my
he's
size.
6'8" when he plays, And like him or not, but he's the guy. He's the has so much confidence. Maybe overly confident. Just like me, overly confident. But this is what you have to have.
You have to make it to that level. You have to be. People will see, and I kind of want to end it on that because I didn't know you called your shot on the Sham God, and I love that.
I can bring Jay Crowder today. Bring Jay Crowder.
I believe you.
I said I was working. We was in shoot around, and I was doing this. And he's like, "What are you going to do?" I was like, "Bro." If somebody, because I'm done with social media, but I'm not seeing, because, somebody tagged me. This is the worst part for me. In the States, I don't care, because in the States, whatever, blah, blah, watch it. Guy comes in. He says, let's say you post something about D-Rose. He will comment and be like, D-Rose doesn't know you. And you're like, I'm like, bro, you have a picture of D-Rose in your profile. He doesn't know me. You think he knows you? Like, bro, come on, dog. Yeah, like you like D-Rose burner 2025. I don't know, some. And then what gets me is when people in Greece be like, oh, man, did you see this? And then I'm hot. Now I'm hot. Now I'm like, oh, no, I'm hot now. Now I got to do something. So I go in the morning, I'm like, nah, they disrespect me too much. I'm like, dang, I can't even play my role. Okay, I get that. Like, you know, because if it wasn't me, my last name, if it wasn't me, and I was like somebody else, like, hey, nobody care. Like, bro, do you care what the 8th, 9th, 10th man does in Houston? Are you really watching what the 10th guy, the 12th man does in Dallas? You're not watching him. But apparently I'm a superstar. Apparently. And I get yes, of course, apparently I'm a superstar. And I get this I don't know, this attention or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Whatever. But it's fun. I love it. I embrace it. But I want to, like, and then that's why I told Jay, called it. I was like, hey, let's do it. And that's what I'm going to do. He owes me $100, Jay.
He didn't pay up yet?
No, he didn't. This man left.
Venmo.
He's telling
Cash App.
Nah, I need
PayPal.
that. Today, not tomorrow. Today.
Jay, if you send it to me, I'll get it to TA immediately. Don't worry.
Don't send it to him. Send it to me. I do want to ask you something about you know. I think were you in Cleveland when LeBron was there and
won a title? Yeah.
What a title. Was the whole city rocking?
Insane,
huh?
Deer District.
Did you guys believe that Cleveland was going to win?
0% chance. Was down 3-1. No, I thought the Warriors would, even if they not luck their way into it, but there's a moment in Game 7 right before Kyrie, because they went like 3 minutes and no one had scored, and I kind of thought to myself, like, they're going to do this. And that city hadn't won a title in 50 years.
That's kind of close to what we were doing in the beginning. I don't know if you remember the final with 2021 with the Suns. We had
I remember.
Spurt. Yeah, we had a spurt that it was just awful. Like, people were throwing the balls left and right. It was just like awful. But I can say that in the final happens a lot.
And then when that happens, like, one person's going to rise to the top, and the Cavs have LeBron, right? So I looked at
Kyrie.
that. And Kyrie ends up hitting the shot. And
Kyrie.
I still don't think people stopped liking Kyrie as
why?
Just from off the court stuff, people stopped. But on the court, Kyrie, he does not get the love. He will never get the love he deserves as a basketball player. LeBron has vouched for this man so many times, and people still hate on no matter what he does. I saw him go for 55 against the Spurs one, and the way he practices the Mikan drill at 6'1", 6'2", whatever he is. And he goes every single day and practices mic and drill, spinning it off the backboard, learning how to finish in the lane.
Look at my hand. He's dribbling. He puts you right here. Bam, bam. And do you understand how hard this is from here to here without you you still protecting the ball, without you grabbing it just from here to here?
With 6'4" on his hip and 6'8" coming at him. Like,
it's crazy.
No, he never got the love. And then when he hit that shot, it's like, oh, this is over.
He's not the type of guy that you attack. Like me as a defender, I will never let you do this to me. Rock me.
Yeah.
I'm coming at you. I don't care.
Ahead, yeah.
If you rock this way, I'm coming to this leg and I'm trying to make something happen. I'm not letting you do this, come back and make it move. No. Because if you think about it, the guy who has the ball is the guy always with the advantage. Because I have the ball. So you don't know what I'm going to do. I have the ball. So what I do as a defender, I try to attack him first. So now he doesn't know. But the thing with Kyrie, I think he's one of those guys who he will score whatever you give him.
Yeah.
You know, some guys, they will be like, no, I need to get to my spot. So I'll block your spot.
He can just score from everywhere is the thing.
Like,
so, like, you're going to give me this,
there,
I'll take the
counter.
mid-range.
He goes here, counter. He goes here, counter. You know, he knows you're going for the cross. All right, counter again. Come here. Come right back, shot. Come right back, lay. Like, he's... And it's not a lot of players like that. I'm telling you, it's players who are really good at one thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, you only got to be good in one thing. But, like, he's one of those guys.
He's just so solid across the board.
Whatever you give him. You give me a shot, I'll score it. You give me a layup, I'll score it. You give me a mid-range, I'll score it. You stop me here, I'll turn it around back. You'll think I'm spinning, I'm going this way. Like, it's...
You play a foot off me on the perimeter in Game 7 of the NBA Finals, I'm going to hit a 3 from my spot.
Yes.
And that's what he did. Like,
no, but we think... It's his spot. It's really not his spot. His spot is everything.
Oh, for sure. That I think that one became like his spot probably after that shot. Yeah. You put off a little step back from that free throw line extended.
Because this year with that, was it this year? It was this year, right? With Dallas, I saw him get the ball from Luka, right to left, turn around, 1-2 with the left from the free throw line and gained it. So now in my head, I'm thinking like,
maybe that's a spot.
No, it's not this spot.
No,
that's
it's
what I'm
just,
saying.
yeah.
He's just naturally gifted into his visual and high coordination with the rim. And now people might come out and say like, yeah, it was a lucky shot, left. No, there's luck only exists when you close your eyes. If you open your eyes and you shoot it, there wasn't luck. You was aiming to put the ball in the basket. It doesn't matter how it goes in. It doesn't matter if he goes in with backboard. It doesn't matter if he goes in swish. You were aiming. Luck is when you do this. That is luck.
The thing is, the amount of work you guys put in every single day to perfect the craft, there's no such thing as a lucky, unless it's the mascot kicking the basketball into the hoop from the other. Like, there's no luck that goes in any of this.
There is no luck.
It.
Luck is always when you do something you didn't intend to do. So I'll give an example. If I throw this water bottle, and all of a sudden the water bottle hits the wall and goes into that box, orange box, you see that box right there? That is luck. You know why? Because I was only aiming for the wall. Yeah. I wasn't aiming for the box. If I say this is going into the box, it doesn't matter where I throw it. I just throw it. I was aiming for the box. I wasn't aiming for something different. So it's not luck. It's just me telling the universe, me telling something that I want. That's where I wanted to go. So the thing about like Banks shot, it was lucky, or LeBron shot it, or Giannis shot it, or this guy.
There's nothing.
It's not luck because he wanted to shoot. So luck would be if his eyes was closed and he was in his bed and did this and it went in because he's not even looking at the target.
I had two more quick things for you. What's dumber? Yeah. When someone hops on TV and says that shot was lucky, or when someone asks the question, did the Bucks win that game or did the Suns lose that game?
Okay.
That's that Russell Westbrook meme.
The second one. Because luck is like whatever. The second one. Why?
That is the dumbest.
In their right mind wants to lose a game. Now, I understand the optics. The optics is that, oh my God, they had the game, they lost it. That's the optics, right? That's what you're trying to say. But in reality, what you're saying is like the Phoenix Suns didn't want to win, or the Chicago Bulls didn't want to win, or any team. That is straight BS because there's no team alive. I don't care if you want to call tanking, no tagging, draft picks, no draft picks. There's no player alive who says like, I want to lose a game. Yeah. We all want to win. We all want to look good. We all want to score. There is nobody.
Here's the thing about tanking too. Everyone's like, oh, the Spurs are tanking. These players are trying to lose. The players on the court are trying to get their next contract. Their success is directly affected to their pockets, their revenue. Yeah. They're not tanking for the franchise that could trade them like that. It's just not a thing. They're not throwing games, so the Spurs, I shouldn't use a team as an example, but for an owner to then be able to like, all right, we're owners going to get this draft pick because they'll just trade you and you have nothing to show for it.
Nothing to show for it. You haven't got your numbers, and you're going to just go out there and start checking the ball in the sky? Like GMs are looking at you. You know how crazy that looks? It's like, yeah. And then I was just shooting like this because we wanted the tank. And then we don't care about that. We want you with the Bucks. Why are you shooting like this? Why are you just shooting in the air?
Real quick on the luck thing, and then we can wrap things up. You ever play the lottery? Like actual lottery balls numbers. The only reason I ask is because I was going to ask if you ever play your jersey number.
Yeah, so
because the lottery's luck.
I've never played in I don't know about the states. States is not the lottery. What's the states?
There's Powerball in Wisconsin. Yeah,
Powerball. Okay.
I think that's in like half the states.
Yeah, I haven't played that, but I have friends who like back home like play the numbers, and I had somebody that we knew that won actually. He won like a lot of money. In general, but listen, I think if I dissect it as a business, I think that it's crazy because people was like, oh my God, so much money in the Powerball, no? Right?
Yeah, I think it starts at 10 mil, no matter what.
Yeah, but I don't think they realize how much money people have spent. Like people have spent so much money.
I spent that money last week, so this week it doesn't matter.
Did you? You play the lottery?
I will from time to time, especially when it gets really high up there. Why not? You go in the gas station.
No, I'm saying
but tonight I did not. No, I don't know if there's a drawing
Hold
tonight.
on. Is this an everyday thing? Where do you get the lottery from?
No, this is not every. When I see like on the news, like the Powerball is at 500 million or close to a bill.
So
yeah,
what's
I'm
your
gonna
number?
go buy a ticket.
So wait. So what's your number to decide to play? So 10 million is not enough for you to go play?
10 million is not. It's enough if I would win it, but it doesn't like. I don't go out of my way to play it. So like if I hear.
So what's the number that makes you go out your way to play Powerball?
500 mil.
500 million?
If you see it's at 500 mil, you're going to buy a ticket for sure.
I didn't
Like,
know.
why not?
I didn't think they would go to 5. It goes to 500?
Not too long ago, it was over $1 billion. It's like 1.2.
Nobody tells me things about like this. I would have went. Nobody
See?
tells me things like this.
And
I
you can
definitely
pick.
would've went, yes.
And you can pick. See, that's the thing. Like when it gets to that, I was just thinking of luck. And
Okay, now this is a crucial question. If you win, do you say it?
in some states, you can remain anonymous. In others, they release your identity.
I'm going with a full-on mask like that.
Do you know
like
what? It wouldn't even matter
like
if I
a
released
curtain.
my identity because I would buy an island so quickly.
No, don't say island. Don't buy islands. No. Don't. Just leave.
Do you know what?
Just leave. Trust me. That's
We're doing the podcast from an undisclosed location.
just-
If you notice, we're using 10K cameras and also like
from the moon. I'm
Yeah.
like, first of all, if I win $1 billion, first thing I'm doing, I'm not saying nothing. Obviously, I'm going like full on like disguise or full on like, and then I'm wearing like a Idaho something
like a
hat.
potato
Like,
sack.
so they think I'm literally like somewhere, Dakota, Sioux Falls thing. I'm like finding a team from Sioux Falls and just wearing a hat. I'm going out there and I'm shaking their hands. I won't say a word. Blah blah blah. I'm wearing gloves, everything, full. And then slowly, I'm gonna graduate. What I'm gonna start doing when I do that, I start like secretly from offshore accounts. Start like while I'm playing in the NBA though. I'm like, hey,
You know what's
doing this-
crazy?
What?
Before taxes, let's just say you won a bill.
Yeah.
Before taxes is not enough to buy a team outright anymore. Isn't that insane?
It's listen. Now this is a good question. It's not enough to buy the whole team, but it's enough to buy a majority stake
That's true.
for you to rock and be like, yeah, I'm the guy.
But like you would have to
No.
put
You buy 35. That's it. 25. Most of the teams now. It's not a lot of owners who it used to be. Okay, obviously Lazzy, Mr. West. They who else? Mark Cuban used to have a big chunk. There's not a lot of who have big
That's
chunk.
true.
Everything is like 35, 55.
it's just crazy how expensive teams
If
go
you
for
can get
now.
55, that's all I need. That's the majority.
Like when Jay-Z owned the Nets, he
owns the Nets.
He did for a little bit, but he was like a minority owner, but was very famous. Like Jay-Z
And what
owns the
happened?
Nets.
Did he sell it?
He sold it to Prokhorov, the Russian dude. This is probably like 10 years ago.
Wow, JC's been a mogul, man.
But like
he had an NBA team, huh?
He put enough in the Nets that he had like really good season seats. Like he had season seats on the
Yeah,
floor.
but it's not only to have the season. You can always buy season ticket holders. Or you can have the money, just go and buy. But like $1 billion though, I don't think people. This is the crazy part too about the money. Like the only reason I say that I would go out of my way and go like, oh, I would go buy a ticket is because like and I saw this in a video. I think if it's $1 million, you probably could spend it in like $1 a second, 12 hours. If it was $1 million, if 100 million, then $1 billion would probably take like 32 years to spend. If you have a spending like it's not in 32 years. 32 years would be $1 million, and then I don't know some crazy amount of years. But what I'm saying is like it's 1,000 million.
1,000 million. Yeah. Yep. It's a lot, and I'm bad at math.
It's
Sorry,
1,000 million, bro.
I know you wanted to end this a few minutes ago. You started talking about luck, and then I started talking about the lottery.
But
and that's
but
how my brain works.
It's a
So,
legit reason to be. But I was asking you to see what is the number that would be like. No, I gotta go play the Powerball. I gotta play. I mean, lottery,
yeah. It's honestly,
Powerball.
it's probably when I see that it's at 500. I'm like, yeah, I'll just pop on in, grab a
You
ticket.
quit if you win it.
Quit playing? I would quit everything. Oh, quit the show? No, I. What are you trying to get me to say over here? You quit?
Said,
Quit like
I
work?
would quit everything.
Quit work? I'd buy work.
Let's go to ESPN. I want to be a partner. Can I have a stake in ESPN? And they'll probably say yes.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of people, I mean, yes, obviously, quote unquote, they would probably be like, yeah, sure. I mean, you know the business and so that, but like, So what do you love then? What is your? Because I would never quit. Like it doesn't matter how much money I win. Basketball.
Oh,
I'll stop playing when I
basketball is
stop
different.
playing.
Yeah, basketball is a
Good
little bit
sport.
different. No, I would still do things like this.
Okay.
I just do it on my own, like probably finance it ourselves, right?
Yeah,
So we do just do things a little bit differently. No more budget sheets. No more none of that. I'm not saving receipts. I'm just like, all right, TA, you want to do a show from jet skis in the Caribbean today? Guess what?
We got the budget. We got the budget.
We got the budget to do it.
Hey, can please the universe? Can Tony win some money so we can take the show to another level?
How lit would that be? Jet skis in the Caribbean. Have some cameras in front of us. We bring our crew here. They
Everybody,
can film
bro.
us.
Just pay for everybody's expense, and it's nothing. It's crazy. You
We're
get
doing a
deducted to
podcast with dolphins.
it. Bro. Just dolphins around. Just is that a flipper? Is that was an impression about a dolphin? I don't know.
I have nothing more tonight. We're ending it with the dolphin noises. Please tell everyone about our beautiful sponsors, and then do the dolphin noise one more time.
Thank you. The podcast is coming, and it's one of the funniest solo podcasts we've ever done. But 2025, 2024, 2025 is going to be different. We're going to have a lot of these that you guys are going to have fun listening to, watching, and really enjoying. Thank you guys. Thanalysis presented by Gruber Law. Thank
One
our,
call.
One call. That's all. Want to thank our sponsors as well. Our rest of our sponsors, Carbliss and Potawatomi casinos and hotels. If you guys want somewhere to stay, you're in the city, please visit Potawatomi Casino. If you want a great drink that doesn't taste like alcohol, Carbliss is the way. Thank you guys. Thanalysis out. Thanalysis is recorded at No Studios, Milwaukee's creative hub and production studio.